question 21, 22, and 23 are all bonus questions. The first bonus question says, find the sum of the telescoping series if it converges. So it gives us the telescoping series already split up. So let's go ahead and apply telescoping series form to try to figure out if this converges or not. So remember what we do is we start by plugging in whatever our n value is, and we start seeing where stuff cancels. So I'm going to start at n equals 4 in this case, because that's where the series starts. So my first term at n equals 4 is secant of pi over 4 minus secant of pi over 5. And I have secant of pi over 5 minus secant of pi over 6. So it looks like I already have a cancellation, so that's good. Secant of pi over 6 minus secant pi over 7. That still cancels, so that's good. So it looks like no matter what, these terms will always cancel with these terms. I'm left with a secant of pi over 4 that never dropped out. And I'm also left with the fact that no matter what time I write this out at any n value, I'll always have at least one extra n value left over, which corresponds to this minus secant pi over n plus 1. So this is the formula for my partial sum for this term. And I can write this at any n value and get the sum of that terms. But I want the true sum, so what that means is I want to take the limit as n approaches infinity of s of n to be able to get what the actual sum is. So secant of pi over 4 doesn't change. We still keep that as a constant, that's not a function of n. This one, if we take the limit as n approaches infinity, we end up with secant of 0. Well, secant of 0 is equal to 1 over cosine of 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. So that last term right there is actually 1. So make sure don't count it as 0 just because there's a 0 on the bottom. We are taking the secant of 0. And then we just have to figure out what secant of pi over 4 is. Well, I know that at cosine of pi over 4, that's equal to square root of 2 over 2. So if I go ahead and flip that, I end up with square root of 2 minus 1. So that is the sum of this telescoping series, square root of 2 minus 1. And that gives me the answer of letter E.
The Teaching Center, UF's Learning Resource Center.